Let's talk about some product manager resume tips for college students. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another video. My name is Alex. If you're new to this channel, you want to learn about product management, business, and finance, make sure to subscribe, hit the bell icon so you don't miss anything. And of course, hit the like button if you enjoy this type of content and you want to see more of it in the future. We just did a long but hopefully productive session of product manager resume review with some folks that joined me in the discussion, and I wanted to give you some top takeaways from that session. If you want to see the whole thing, you can check out this link right here. It's a long video, it's a 2-hour long video, but there's a lot of stuff about resume review there. If you're interested, check it out. All right, so let's kick it off. If you're in the middle of college or you just recently graduated, here are the top things to focus on in your product manager resume. First, think about what story you want to tell about yourself. You only have a few seconds to capture the attention of a recruiter or hiring manager, and make sure you understand the story that you're trying to tell about yourself. What makes you a good candidate for a product manager? Since you don't have a lot of experience or may not have any experience in product management, why would a hiring manager want to invite you out to their team? What strengths do you have? Preferably that are specific to product management. So the second piece of this is think about which product manager skills you want to demonstrate. I actually have a video talking about the top 10 skills of a product manager. Check that out, come back here, and then you can think about which of those 10 skills or maybe some other ones you actually want to demonstrate and you want to ultimately get across. What are the top 3-4 skills that you want to demonstrate to this reviewer of your resume that they're going to pick up quickly and be interested in giving you a call back? So think about the skills and the attributes that you actually want to demonstrate and make sure that every item in there, every line serves that purpose. That's the reason why you're adding every line. Every line should be intended to drive that point home. So as you read it, if that line doesn't come through, consider redoing it or removing it. Number 2, coursework can go at the end, but your important academic or educational achievements can go up top. If you have some amazing test results, in the resume review session, we've met folks that had pretty incredible SAT results or great test results or great GPA. You want to demonstrate, you can put that up top. If you can say that in just a few lines, put that on top. The message that you want to say is that you do very well academically. Of course, that doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be a great product manager, but it's a good start. And then if you can set that up with a few more powerful, impactful demonstrations of product manager skills and attributes, then you'll be able to hook the reader. So not too much achievements up top, but your key ones, your critical ones, you want to use as the hook. Feel free to use those. The next point is make sure you're building stuff. Make sure you're always interested in building side projects, organizing groups of people that are like-minded, participating in events, meeting new people, helping other people build their projects. As you're going to get more and more into it, you're going to have more stuff that you're going to be able to put on your resume. Something that talks about how strong you are as a product manager. Something that demonstrates your skills as a product manager. You're building, you're helping build a project. You're helping launch a website. You're helping improve the experience for users. Whatever it is. You're organizing events. You're organizing collaborative work sessions. You're sharing information. You're helping someone do something. Remember, the objective of the resume is to get the callback. It is not to get the job. I keep on repeating this, but it's very, very important. All you're trying to do is get the callback. So that, by the way, leads me to the other point, which is I hope you're tracking the metrics of your applications. Everybody that's serious about getting a job, especially as a product manager candidate, you want to be meticulous with how you track your applications. How many applications did you do in a day, in a week, in a month? What is your response rate? Who did you hear back from? What happened after that? Did you get called back to the next stage and the next stage and the next stage? Track all those metrics so that you can see how your revisions in the resume are actually impacting your metrics, right? As a product manager, you want to think of yourself as your number one product. And so you want to understand what are the metrics that will tell you if you're doing well. So callbacks are the metrics that you're trying to impact with your resume. You're trying to maximize the callbacks with the most powerful resume you can. By the way, speaking of the phone interview, I've got a separate video talking about how you can do very well in that phone interview and get to the next stage. So check out that video as well. Having said that, make sure your resume is easy to read. No confusing fonts. No outlandish colors. I just keep it to black and white. Make sure it's crisp. Of course, make sure it's in a PDF format when you're submitting it so it's easy to read, easy to print if it gets printed. Make sure that's consistent font. Make sure the grammar and punctuation are in good shape. Don't use periods in some places and not use them in other places. Don't mix past and present tenses when you're talking about something. Be as concise as possible. Clean, well-demarcated resume with important areas bolded or highlighted for the reader. Bold the key takeaways, but remember, what are the key takeaways? They should be the top 3 or 4 things that you want your reader to actually take away from the resume. If they scan the resume for 10, 12 seconds, what are the 3 things that they're going to get away from that? And of course, we're talking about bolding the key points. make sure you're focusing on impact. Every single line item should be focused on impact. During the session, it became evident that people do need help on figuring out, okay, how do I actually capture the impact of something? We'll do a separate video of that. But for now, I want you to work on every line item until you can say, here is what I did and here was the result. And if you can't say that, at least here is the result. So you can even cut out the stuff that you did necessarily, but at least some involvement. What was your involvement? What was the impact to the customers or to the users? Internal customers, external customers. What was the impact to the project or the company? It could have been intermittent impact, right? It didn't have to actually impact the final user or the final deliverable, but it could have helped someone do something along the way better in some way. And that's what you want to demonstrate. You want that impact measured and demonstrated. Find proxy metrics that will show you the impact. So maybe you don't know the exact revenue, but you know the adoption rate. Or as a consultant, we talked about this. If you made a bunch of recommendations for a company as a consultant, but you don't know the result of those recommendations, well, can you at least tell the reader how many of those recommendations were adopted? And that could be a proxy metric for your impact. Now that you've done this, you've gone over the resume with a fine-tooth comb and you've gotten rid of all the fluff. You've made sure that you're prioritizing your high impact stuff. That's at the top. You've bolded the really important key takeaways. You're optimizing for an 8, 10, 12 seconds review. Now that you've done that, go through your resume. I'm hoping it's one page. I've said that everywhere. I'm going to repeat it again just in case. 1 page long, no longer, especially if you're just college student just starting out. Now, look through your resume briefly. Just glance through it, 10, 12 seconds. Try to clear your mind and glance through it, 10, 12 seconds. What are the top 3, 4 things that you take away? Step outside of your own perception and just do a clean look at this resume. What are the top 3, 4 takeaways? Are you hooked? What can you say about this person? Ask your friends or some of your classmates to look at your resume the same exact way, 10 to 12 seconds, time themselves, and just give you the top takeaways. What are the 3, 4 things that they took away? What can they tell you? And then check, are these the 3, 4 attributes and skills that you want to be demonstrating? Does it tell the story that you want to tell about why you'd be so impactful to the organization? If not, go back, redo. Ask yourself, ask your friends, classmates, is there a good hook? Is there something that keeps you reading? Sure, the initial review might be 8, 10, 12 seconds, but if there's a good hook, if there's something interesting in there, something you've built, something you've done, a way that you've brought people together, brought organization together, or you were able to do something creative, or you were just able to execute on one or a number of items. If you can hook the reader, you can get them to read a little bit further. And again, since the objective is just to get you a callback, that's really all you're looking to do. These are some top tips that I would use as a college student. If you want to see more sessions, leave me a comment down below. We're going to do more resume reviews. That was really enjoyable for me. Hopefully you found it useful. We're going to talk about how we can improve your resumes, how you can identify the impact, and ultimately how you can get more callbacks. So if you like this video, make sure to smash the like button and of course subscribe if you haven't already. It tells me 55% of people that watch this video are not subscribed. I don't know why that is. I have a ton of other videos right there, maybe right here, I'm not sure, but there's a lot of other videos about product management, business, finance, so there's plenty to see, so make sure you subscribe. And of course, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.